So what I did was grabbed a large sheet graph paper, kept me in line, kept me sort of organized as I kept track of things, started monitoring on a clock how long it would take, and again wrote down every shot. So 10,001 takes 1 hour. So I'm able to accumulate the fact that it's going to take me 10 hours to play, 100,001 if I decide to make this attempt. Or if you decide to make this attempt, I want to open this up for everyone. And I will easily give you all the information. Maybe I can put the website down below for Guinness Book of World Records. You can send them and apply through their website. It takes a few weeks for them to get back to you. It's a 400-pound cost if you want to expedite the process to 4 or 5 business days, but I don't think anyone needs to go investing that kind of money. Just if this is something you want to attempt, and I'm encouraging everybody to. Wouldn't it be great if we broke it a couple times? I think that'd be a lot of fun, but you got to be able to commit 10 hours. There's washroom breaks and food breaks allotted, and it's certainly spelled out in this, the 20 some odd pages of rules and regulations, which are fine. But back to this 10,001, it took 1 hour. And I was really impressed because not only after 1 hour, it allows you to get focused, and you really, and I found myself, you sort of hit a zone with this. You really hit, you're not playing against anyone, so you're not waiting. You're not talking with anyone if possible, so you're not losing focus, but you can really, really dig deep into the game, into your game, and really find yourself able to throw scores consistently that if this was practiced enough and you got into that zone back in tournament play, I think you're going to really notice a big difference to your darts. Anyway, on to my calculations. I wound up, and this is, again, it's with no practice. I'm lucky if I've thrown a game of 5-1 against someone. Good Lord, it could be last summer, last spring. So, my first shot at this, I threw 4,460 darts to take out 10,001. Gave me an average of 22.42, so I was about 5 points off the record-breaking number. Now, I don't believe that that's going to be difficult. I think with practice, if I do decide to go after this, I think I can get the average up over 27.9, which is what, again, Chris Ray is holding the record now for 17 years at. I mean, throwing 85s and tons consistently will break this record. It's losing the odd dart into a 26, 45, or 41 that, again, will lower your average and potentially not allow you to break this. The key to this is the 10 hours. And again, chatting with Dave Pearson, who has broken records that have taken quite a number of hours, he said he didn't project how much pain his back would be in, and if he was to do it again, he'd have a masseuse on hand to be able to, relieve some strain off his back and arms and such. Playing pool and playing darts are very similar. It's a very solid stance, but you are doing a lot of arm movement and such to it. And again, standing for that many hours, especially leaning on one leg, will actually take its toll on your back. So to plan for this, I have to plan, I think, more physical than actual my darting ability, because I think this, if you hit a stride and you hit a zone with this, I really firmly believe that this can be beat by players, and we're not talking world champion caliber. I believe this can be beat by any number of you out there. So, maybe a challenge to you. First of all, grab a large piece of graph paper. Give yourself open space. Make sure you're not in a conversation with anyone else. Make sure you can dedicate an hour to this. Go to the washroom prior, have something to eat, have a drink on hand, and watch. Because as I can look back on this, and my great father-in-law says, what gets measured gets improved. I can look back on this, and there are key moments when I've hit a stride through this, when I was focused, and when I threw consistent 125s to ton, 40, ton, 25, 85, 60, ton. I mean, there are moments, and there's a couple of them through it here, where you can look back and go, even for your league and tournament sort of thought, wow, what was I doing to produce this, and where was my mind mentally? And I think that if you can lock into where you were playing at, when you get out the leagues and tournaments and go, okay, at that moment I was concentrating on this and I was focused and my eyes were steering here, and that's how I had 6, 10 shots that were great and consistent. I think you can easily change your darts. Not only that, but I want you to do this, and I want you to be honest with yourself. And if you throw a 3, I think I did, I threw something bad, maybe a 9 or something, put it in here. Make sure you're being honest with yourself. So when you do the calculation, you'll have something to improve. And then I want you to do this next week. And let's see where your average goes. And let's see what happens to your darts. And I think over a few weeks, you're going to notice a big improvement. You can lock in and focus for an hour on a dartboard. And hey, if your average is up over 27.9, and again, like I did before, I'm going to post the website to the Guinness Book of World Records. Make an attempt at this. Sign up. There are a lot of rules and regulations. You do need to attempt the record somewhere public. There doesn't need to be people watching it and such to it. But the more the merrier as far as I'm concerned, and I think if I can build this up through February, it just might be an attempt I'm going to make in March. So again, to me, March is Dart Month. It was when I was a kid with all the great provincial youth championships. We used to have Thoroughbred Opens, PowerPoint Opens, Foster's Opens. Man, there was everything back in the late 80s, early 90s. And then leading up to the provincial championships, a lot of the pros from England were here in March when I was a kid. So to me, March is Dart Month. It couldn't be a better time for me to go after something like this. But anyway, grab yourself a large piece of paper, and I want to see emails. Tell me if you're doing this, and I want to know your averages, and I want to know if it improves. Let me know the results, because I think this is a great practice tool. Rather than being up there and throwing 501 after 501 and calculating, which is great, the amount of darts it takes you to take this out, playing a game at 10,001 will allow you to hit a zone and allow you to focus, and I think you'll be really impressed with the results. I was, and I could certainly see some great spots through here where I must have fallen into the zone because some great darts were produced. Anyway, not sure I'm going to hit the level I need to break a 27.9 average over 10 hours. Again, it's going to be more physically straining than anything else. But send me some emails. I want your comments on this. I want to know what your averages are and whether or not you'd be interested in breaking the Guinness Book of World Records, and I will even follow up with some more thoughts I have on that and in case I attempt it. And if I do, everyone's going to know. Maybe we'll even do it live on the internet. But Guinness Book of World Records, be prepared. Lots of information regarding rules, regulations, usage of their logo, restrictions, lots of key information that you will get in a email confirming from them your attempt. Anyway, great practice routine. Play 10,001. Keep track of every shot thrown. And again, let me know your average. Send an email to scott@hotshotscanada.com. I definitely want to know what's going to happen. Cheer darts if they improve, and I will keep you posted on mine. Anyway, everyone, make sure you're cheering for the Leafs. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.